to Go Bros. I'm Philip.
And I'm Luke, and today we're going to review Rush! This is an exciting game. Oh, it's a rush, honestly.
You know what's funny is I think this is the very first app you and I ever played together.
I think you're right. It was the first one we found that was social. We've been playing on the go for quite a bit, and I don't think I downloaded it at all until you got your go.
Yeah, and I'm not going to be doing it today, but one thing I do suggest to folks who might be a little bit on the queasier side, or maybe just you might be like me when I play with a headache. Sometimes I get a little bit queasier. I love playing this game in a swivel chair, and I like to grab the center of the swivel chair and I lean forward, and it really kind of makes your body feel more immersed in it, and you don't get nauseous, and it's a lot of fun that way.
I mean, I think it's safe to say for just about anything we review, if you have a swivel chair, you should use it.
Absolutely. Or stand up. But with this game, standing up, I mean,
that'll mess you up.
Yeah.
That'll mess you up.
Because,
don't stand
because
up.
this game's about really falling. So, what do you say we put the headsets on, Luke?
Let's dive in for a rush.
Over 90 tracks to master. More huge environments to explore. Dominate the leaderboard. Challenge friends online. Experience the thrill. Rush, available now.
Hey, as you can see, we have our headsets on, and we are in Rush. If you didn't know...
Yes, we are. In fact, I just opened it up, and the first thing I see are some really great update notes. They did some improvements to the controller, added some in-game voice over IP, and some other great options.
Yeah, and right now I have my Go turned down. I guess I'll crank it up. Let's see what's happening on right here. Right now, mine's got really loud music. It's good music. It really pumps you up, but it's really, really loud. But I'm going to turn it back down so that I'm not shouting while trying to do this. So on my screen right now, there's a calibration, and I don't remember having to do one of those before. And I feel like they've added, I don't remember these basketball goals being in here before.
No, those are new.
So what's kind of cool is you can grab, I'm assuming you can grab a ball, although... There we go. We have to use the touchpad. Okay, touchpad, grab the ball. Little Harlem Globetrotters colors.
I just picked up a dart gun.
Oh.
Boom!
Okay, so if I want to shoot to my left, I can't see the ball. If I shoot to my right, I can see my ball. Okay, so, all right, that's pretty lame, Philip. This is probably one of the coolest things about this game is I just picked up a box. Okay, throw the box. Okay, the box does a better job than the
I mean, let's just talk about this. I know that we're kind of goofing off here, but this is a cool thing that this game thought to do, which was in your loading screens, and some people will give you like mini games or whatever, but there's interactive things that actually have no concept to the game at all, and that actually have pretty decent physics. You know, the fact that I can shoot this can with a little dart gun, and it's actually pretty fun. That, you know, as I'm waiting for someone else to join the game, it's a pretty cool concept that they built this, and they didn't have to, and I love it.
I love these guys constantly giving you thumbs up. Like, it makes me believe that they're really here. I don't think there's a way for me to do a thumb up. Pulling the trigger, it wiggles my fingers. The touchpad, I can point.
The touchpad, if you point to something and then push your touchpad and you pick stuff up.
Yeah, so if you pick at the top, it kind of grips like it's going to pick something up. If you push down, it crosses your fingers. If you push in at the lower part.
Oh, yeah. Oh, look at that.
The left gives an okay, which I know in some countries that means something else.
This is for my friend Alan at work. Alan, this is for you right here, buddy.
And you could do the hang 10 sign if you just highlight, put your thumb on the right of the touchpad. But I don't see how these guys are giving thumbs up. So I don't see thumb up anywhere.
That was not an option for us.
Yeah. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and calibrate. I'm going to go to seated. Oh, wow, it changed my view. That's kind of cool. It's neat.
Yeah, if you were to go to standard, like right now my character's sitting, your character's sitting, but if you change to standing, That's one of the things, and we've mentioned it in other games as well, where sometimes the perspective of where you are, your eye level, doesn't seem right in the environment. And that's something that they did really well in Rush by making it to where they adjust that. If you're sitting, where you're looking is from a seated position. And that's a really great concept that they did.
Whenever you said this is seated or standed, it made me think of Bob the Tomato. This is sitting, this is standing. I'm standing.
That's right.
All right, so I clicked on the friends list, and right away it gives me friends to invite, and I see you there, so I'm going to go ahead and send you an invite. One thing you may notice, Luke, is once I got into this room, it turned my music back up. Hey there, I see you sitting over there.
Hey, how's it going?
Do I look slouched? You look really slouched.
Yeah, you're slouching a little bit. You're hanging on to the back of the plane as if you're about ready to die. Oh, there you go.
Hang 10, bro.
I had look at my hand. What am I doing? There we go.
All right, let's
now
jump.
You know I'm gonna have to do this, right?
Oh no! Oh no! Ah! This is really what this app's all about. Somebody comment. Is there a Nerf game anywhere else in the Go? Because this is sweet.
Yeah, I love this.
And the sounds are great too. We could play.
Yeah, here, catch.
Do I have to hold on to it?
Yeah, you gotta hold it while shooting. Just like a normal gun, you gotta hold the gun to shoot it. Oh! Okay, can I just tell you, this may not come across well in YouTube land, but in VR, the 3D of this dart sticking to my face, that's pretty realistic.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yep. You shot Ryan. Poor Ryan. All right.
Ready to do this?
Yeah, I mean, really, I don't care about the rest of the app. This is really my favorite part.
Well, the rest of the app is pretty good.
Yeah,
we should probably take a look at it. That is why people tuned in.
Yeah.
I'm going to hit ready.
All right, and then I only have one course unlocked, so I guess we're doing Verdant Valley. We should note, what is this? Did we say this is a $9.99? Although a lot of people probably own it because they probably bought it in one of the packs that were recommended when you got your Go. It came with a bunch of other apps. I guess there's many routes you can take. I've never seen the different. Maybe I'll try a different route on this. I've never tried the different routes. That's cool. I'll just choose random. All right, so we'll be surprised. You ready?
I'm ready.
Let's jump.
Okay, I'm totally digging this already. So you can see we're now here at the flight deck. This is where we're gonna jump from. We don't actually jump out of the plane. It just drops us off here. This is pretty cool.
Because we chose sitting, we brought rolling chairs out to the
What? Okay, so that's an interesting thing. I would probably think that in real life you don't go diving with this chair. Oh, we're going.
Oh, no.
I'm going.
Oh
no.
I'm stuck. Oh, there we go.
Okay, so in this game, the goal is to get through all the rings, right? And so you have a couple different ways of doing that when you're steering. I chose the look option. You also have the option to lean. Now, in this game, you want to get close to things without hitting them, which is where the rush comes from. If I'm out here in the open like this, I'm not going to get myself any speed boosts. But if I can graze the ground or fly between trees like this, that gets you extra speed boost. And then you can tap your trackpad and use that boost to fly a little bit faster. So cutting corners close is going to be the key to winning a race. Are you still back there, brother?
I am. I was trying to keep my sound up because the sound effects really add to the feel of this, but I cannot hear you with the wind blowing through my ears. If we were partied up, I'm sure that wouldn't be an issue.
I was cutting the ground a little too close, and I'm dead now. So I'm going to stay down here and see if I can see you flying. Wait, let's see. Where would you be coming from? That would be really cool if I could see you land here at camp.
I was in last place, but I think I've made up some ground.
While you're doing that, I'm going to decorate this death skull.
Oh, Lily just passed me.
Okay.
Those beach
there
balls
you
are
are.
new.
Sit in your chair.
So are you. What is that?
You have the worst posture I have ever seen.
Look up. Do you see what's up there?
That's a hot air balloon, my friend.
What? It's moving too fast for a hot air balloon. It's got a trail on it like it's one of us, but it looks like they have a parachute.
Yeah, it's a pair. Maybe they just finished.
Maybe it's a hang
Well,
glider.
this is really great. You want to go back to the studio and talk about this some?
Let's do it. All right, we're back in the studio. Of course, we never really left, but we took our headsets off. That's a rush.
It really is. An aptly named game, I might say.
But what kills me is the Nerf guns, the physics, the picking up the ball. The picking up the ball, I could care less about. But the Nerf guns, that could be a game all on its own, except we can't move.
Right.
I would love to see.
It kind of makes me think about, we're talking about the Go right now, but you can't go anywhere online where people are talking about the Go without them also talking about the Quest.
Yeah.
And I got to tell you, I'm excited to see what happens with that game when the Quest gets here.
Yeah. Yeah, who knows? I mean, or what the developer, who knows, maybe already has something in mind for that, and they're just taking components that they're using for other games and that. Or who knows, maybe
There's got to be so much effort put into the physics behind that, the sound effects. There's so much detail put into parts of the game that aren't even what the game is about. And I love that. I think that is a great thing to see that much effort put into it. It makes the gameplay so much more... it's a better experience overall. Just even before you get to the game, the pre-game experience is awesome.
Yeah, a lot of people say you can't do like shooter type games on the go because you're kind of limited to teleportation. But there's been several apps out there now that have done it, and for some people, they can handle not having to teleport. They can handle locomotion by using the controller. It doesn't bother them. Other folks like me, a little bit queasier, but a lot of developers have found out ways that they can do things other than teleport. But really, even with teleport, I mean, we just recently reviewed Galaxity, and they have shooting in that game, and that's totally doable. And that could be...
Yeah. I mean, you weren't nearly as good at it as I was. But yeah, it works well.
I would love...
Sword fights, guns, everything.
Well, it would be awesome if, like, there was a Nerf-branded game like that. Every time I think about what could be done based on, like, that Rush thing, I think a lot about old-school American Gladiators, in that final level where you're hide behind a wall, and then you get out and you shoot these big Nerf guns at the target. That could be a fun experience on the go for sure.
And if you don't know who the American Gladiators are, you are missing out.
Well, they had a reboot for a while. I don't know if it's still out or not, but yeah. So there's not really a lot to talk about this app. It's pretty straightforward. You're skydiving. Luke, there's not really any spoilers. I haven't played a lot of this solo. What types of things can we unlock? I mean, really social-wise, I mean, you just do everything you can do in solo player, I imagine. You just do it with a buddy.
Right. I mean, as you go through the career, you can unlock some really cool flight suits, which as a player, you don't get to see your own flight suit very much. But I almost like this that badge of honor that when you're playing online with other people, they get to see some of the flight suits that you unlocked. So that's a really cool concept. And there are other elements, as they give you harder and harder courses. It helps prepare you for a lot of the things you'll see in the multiplayer. Every course is a little bit different. They do make the terrain very difficult to go through. There are tunnels. There's some pretty tight corridors to go through. So the single player is very intense. There is some really cool courses there, and I really enjoyed the single player of this game.
Yeah, I mean, this is a keeper for me. I've never deleted this app just because it's such a great app. I've never deleted it since the day I bought my Go and we played online for the first time. So this is definitely a keep for me. What about you, Luke?
You know what? It's funny that you mentioned that. So I mentioned that I hadn't played it for a while and all my saved game data disappeared. I'm kind of bummed about that, but here's what's crazy. I've never uninstalled it. I've uninstalled a lot of the games I said we were going to keep. I've uninstalled them, but I always had to keep them around because I like to keep keep downloading them again. I only have the 32 gigabyte version of the Go, so storage space is limited. But the Rush game I have kept all the time. I've never deleted it, and I don't think I ever will. I really enjoy it.
It's a great game. Well, there you have it, folks. It's a key for both of us. Hopefully in the future, especially for our patrons out there, maybe we can schedule some time and play some Rush together. We'll record it.
Absolutely.
We'll air it.
I'd love to school some people.
Yeah, and I'm sure I'll be in last place every time. All right. Oh, well, I guess that's the end of this episode. Thanks for watching another episode of Go Bros. I'm Philip.
And I'm Luke, and we'll see you next time.